was like, surely at some point between 4 and 5, Dante must have told him this, because they're still in contact with each other.
So, can we talk about this man who just revived himself from the dead?
Oh yeah, that's Oda Nobunaga.
Yeah,
most famous samurai in all of history. No big deal.
Yeah, it's just Oda. Who cares? Whatever. No one's gonna remember it in 5 minutes.
Just, set the world into nuclear hellfire.
And also kind of invented the idea of guns in Japanese warfare. Gay. No one cares.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He was the first Japanese man to use rifles in warfare.
3-line formation, baby.
Funny enough, do you know who he used it against for the first time?
No, I didn't. Wait. Was it Yukimura?
It was indeed. He used it against the Takeda faction.
Damn.
That was actually the battle where Takeda Shingen died.
Fucking hella body, damn. I am seeing more colors in this game that I've seen in a while. Holy shit.
Yeah, when this game really brings out the prominent colors, they go deep with them.
No kidding. It's not even called a battle, it's an incident.
So hey, this is a place we've never been before in this game.
This is the mortal world.
Honoji. Oh man, gotta watch out for any woman with massive eyebrows and katanas. Sorry, wrong series.
We're already wearing a Goku uniform.
Yeah, essentially. We're already showing most of our body, it's cool.
So what the hell is that map layout? What is this weird trapezoid hexagon thing? What is up with that? And why is he in the middle? Why can't we get to him?
I see, the developers intended for us to no-clip our way there.
It feels like that sometimes.
We gotta fucking Skyrim our way over there. Just enable no-clip and you'd be like, whoop, I'm in there.
Also, why is this Oda guy, why is his voice so sexy?
Damn, yeah, no kidding. Fucking thought Lara was popping heel boners with that voice. Damn, no way, boy. Fucking Oda's got that shit market down pat. It's very funny how you're showing off Oda for the first time with Magoichi of all people, and not like Mitsunari.
Well, did you see what her dialogue said?
No, something about mockery. That's all I got.
Yeah, so if you didn't already know this, Oda Nobunaga was the one who killed the previous Magoichi Saika. Saika is the faction, Magoichi is the title. And so each new head of the clan just becomes the next Saika.
The big suck. So, how many layers deep are you gonna let him go?
I think he ends up getting 3 out of 5 possible that he can get.
Shall we elaborate now or later?
We'll let them see.
Okay.
Because if you're not prepared, this stage can be a motherfucker.
So, I guess to quickly bring this up, since it may as well for posterity's sake. Basically, Oda Nobunaga used to be the big bad boss guy of Basara in the original first game. I don't think that needs to be elaborated on too much. You can kind of see it. It's all over his face. Now, I would also like to share that maybe this is a little obvious. I don't think so. That there was also another series featured in medieval Japan? Let's go with that. Like older Japan, feudal Japan. Yeah, that's a term. And also had Oda as the final boss. It was a little thing called Onimusha, and I do just find it very cute that Onimusha came out in like 2002, I think, and the first boss was probably like 2004. So I do just find it to be kind of funny.
2005.
Yeah, Capcom was all about the demon slaying in the early 2000s, you know, before Street Fighter came back, and then everything was Street Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Samurai Resident Evil before we got the next actual Resident Evil.
You know, I could probably tell people that Oda Nobunaga was the final boss of Devil May Cry 2, and they might not, and they might believe me because I barely remember who the last boss of DMZ2 was.
Wasn't it the guy that looks like Hitler?
It was a guy who looked a little like Hitler, but he wasn't the last boss. He was just like a guy resurrecting the last boss.
What was his name?
I have no idea. Mr. Walking Encyclopedic Knowledge of Devil May Cry, except for when he's not, and I don't remember the name. Yeah, that's honestly, yeah.
Well, you only played 2 for the first time like a year ago, didn't you?
Yes, that is correct. But that being said, I did in fact play it with both Lucia and Dante. And I made a good amount of progress with Trish as well, because, oops, Trish plays better than Dante.
God, it's funny to think that there are 2 Devil May Cry games that I played before you did.
Don't feel too upset. Yeah, don't feel too many things about it. 2, I never gave 2 shits about to play until it was sitting right in front of me. Did you play 5 before me? You might play 5 before me.
Yeah, I played 5 before you did.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was really funny because you were sitting on it for like a year and a half.
Yes, and that's because I wanted to stream my first experience, but because I kept moving houses, I never really had a chance to sit down and play it until like a year and a half ago. If even.
That game is 3 years old now. How time flies.
Yeah, no kidding. Damn. I still barely understand how Dante plays.
And we've already gotten our Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition with Turbo mode.
Yep, fucking PS5 version though. Yeah?
We didn't even need to wait 8 years for it. Crazy thought.
Sorry, what was the crazy thought?
We got our Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition with Turbo mode, and it didn't even take 8 years this time.
I know, right? Fucking nuts. To be absolutely fair, I think DMC3 Special Edition happened because of the fuck ups with the difficulty, and because Virgil was already. I think Virgil was meant to be playable already. I think he would just let that because of time constraints.
Probably.
And then
there were a lot of games in the PS2 era that got rushed.
And then I don't even know why. Okay, let's see. If memory serves me correctly, wasn't it the case that the developers of Devil May Cry 4 were essentially already good to go with making a Devil May Cry 5, but Capcom kibotched that and put it on hold for a fucking long ass time?
Yeah, they were like, hey, how come this game didn't sell like 5 million units, even though no Devil May Cry game has ever sold more than 2?
Right, and I know why. It's because they were thinking they were literally going to get the sales of DMC3, but double because of the Xbox sales as well.
Apparently not realizing it took them 2 releases of DMC3 to get to make that happen.
And it was only God, it pisses me off sometimes with this company. We only got Devil May Cry 5, remember, because they pulled one of those fucking Darkstalkers things with DMC4 Special Edition, being like, hey, yeah, this would be like a cheap development cycle. We could put it out, add a little bit of things, see what people want a new Devil May Cry, that sort of thing. Fucking sold like, what, 3 million units? Minimum?
Yeah. Sold 3 to 5 million copies.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah,
on the
Capcom
PS4.
are fucking high. It's just, you've seen what happened with DMC. DMC people want the old series.
You know, the funny thing is, if I remember it correctly, I think DMC might have actually sold better than DMC4.
Honestly, I can see that, and I'll tell you why. Because it released in 2008. And 2008, if you remember correctly, it was a very, very stacked year for video games.
Well, I mean, that's one reason why things might happen in 2008.
Oh yeah, also Recession, lol. I didn't consider that one.
Also, the PS3 and 360 were both still $500 at the time, and in 2013 you could get either of them for less than $200.
Yeah, pretty much.
I miss my simpler days.
Kinda not too dissimilar to where we're at right now with the PS5 and Xbone series. Yeah, it's called a series.
You have an Xbone now.
I do. It's just the funniest thing because it's just an much like my computer, it's just an emulation machine.
You can get some of those anime games to run in 4K that apparently don't run in a full 4K on the PS4.
I could. Excuse me.
Oh boy.
So now I'm glad we were able to talk over the whole round robin style, just going through that. So where are we at? What? You were able to, you took out all the bases all around the area and managed to just waited for the platforms to pop up, yeah?
Waited for, yeah, I tried to take all the platforms before he could take them. He managed to get 3 of them, I think, that I couldn't get in time. And now I'm doing a funny by doing my covering fire attack with a direct line of sight for him. And oh hey, how come none of that cover fire is touching him or doing any damage? And so I think I actually wait here for like 20 or 30 seconds until the last like mortar strike comes down. Yeah, that should have hit him directly.
I think it.
Hey, how come
I think it was outside
damage?
the draw distance. Holy shit! That was a fake.
Yeah, hey,
that
how
was a
come
fake,
he took no
fade
damage?
up. Sorry, sick fade up. Got my slur. You were just standing in the middle of the arena. Why are you crawling out of it now?
He forgot his sword.
Oops. I had to go back. Yeah, he had to go back to his car for a second.
Yeah, you know, it's like being at the convention. You forgot your badge in the car.
In my case, once forgot your place before.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my
hey,
god,
that's
she
different than what we
shoots
normally
him.
see. That's different than how we normally see this cutscene play out. Because you've seen this before.
God, I love this woman.
Your head is next.
Yeah, she's one of only 2 characters that gets actual dialogue with Nobunaga.
I guess that would in fact explain why you're doing this with Magoichi and not someone else.
Yeah, I felt it appropriate. She's one of the only people that gets proper showcase, so it felt like it needed to be done.
Yeah.
Because you need to build up to this. You can't just have the Demon King appear out of nowhere. That's why of the 8 previous routes that we've done, I haven't made the Oichi choice any of them, even though it's been available the whole time.
Well, I figured you were just building up to that. Also, hey, God of Guns versus God of Guns. This would be fun.
Yeah. But once you unlock the Nobunaga story through Oichi's locked route, you can fight Oda in any campaign you want. The Oichi stage prior becomes available to everyone once you reach the climax of the story.
And you would probably need that in order to actually max out the story trees as well. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
God damn it, MT Light fucking engine's so good.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to do this with Saika instead, because it's like, hey Mitsunari, have fun with your war. I'm gonna go kill the devil.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna go fucking god slaying instead. Have fun with your fucking war.
And he's still a bit of a bastard to fight, even on normal. He is the super boss of this game. He can have up to 6 health bars.
Yeah.
But he has a minimum of 2.
So, from what I understand, normally in terms of gameplay, Oda's a bit of a tanky motherfucker. In gameplay,
yes.
He usually has like the highest base health you can have access to for a character.
Yes, when you get everyone else, when you have health items equipped, their health bar goes to about the 2/3 or halfway point of the screen. With all of the health enhancements unlocked, his health almost wraps the screen, Kingdom Hearts style. So you might have noticed all those towers that we were trying to get before he could, the ones that were glowing. If he destroys them before you do, then he steals the souls of everyone who is in those watchtowers, meaning he gets to live again.
Oh, that's what those are for. Okay.
Yeah, those are receptacles for more lives. So he can live and die up to 6 times if you let him. If you're playing optimally, which I am not, he will only get 2 because one of them is scripted.
Yeah. Very funny thing. I always love this. We'll talk more about this when we get to Oda's story, obviously, but he just has Nero stand. Devil Trigger.
And Soul Edge.
Yeah. Like, literally just, like, it's funny, too, because, like, Oda has his ability. I think one of the later games he has an R2 where he can actually just fall and summon it and just swing with it, but he can't guard.
Yeah, so the way that works is he can summon it, and he can attack very long range and long distances with it, and it acts just like... what the hell is Nero's Devil Trigger called?
I think it's just Yamato. I don't think it has an actual name.
Oh, right, they don't actually name the Devil Triggers.
Yeah.
Just funny, because they give stupid names to all the weapons and attacks. But yeah, it acts as Nero's Devil Trigger. and the only cost is that you gradually drain your health bar while you have it active.
And considering that gargantuan health pool, I don't think that would really be much of a penalty. Like, he can burn the resources.
Oh no, it's not a problem in the slightest. Especially since every character also has elements tied to their character and to their weapon. His element is darkness, and the way darkness works, if it procs when you attack an enemy and the darkness element procs, you actually gain health back.
Oh.
And that's for every character with the darkness element. For characters with the ice element, for example, if you attack enemy, you'll freeze them in place, so that you can just stop them mid-combo. For characters with the fire element, they'll take burn damage,
oh, yeah,
etc.
there it is. So, admittedly, this is the first time I've heard about elemental. I figured there might be something like it, but I didn't think there was actual like elemental affinities for weapons. So, that is kind of neat.
It never really comes up. That cover fire literally fell in the pit between the arena and the next tower.
Yeah, that's a bit of an oof.
Yeah, that's funny. You can. It's really funny what they model to have collision and not have collision.
Yeah.
You'd think it would just be an invisible wall. But yeah, the element system never really comes up unless you equip an accessory that makes it so that the elements trigger more often, but that's not really worth doing most of the time. You don't really need it.
Oh my god, she really does have Dante's Rainstorm. What the Gunslinger default ability for Ebony and Ivory out of the air. You've most likely seen it.
The thing where she was spinning in the air,
yeah,
falling down.
He can be damaged. That's very funny.
Hit him right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes, you'll have him running for their lives.
It looks more like he just got knocked out. It's got actually even funnier.
Yeah, this is, well, it's a Capcom game, so they're kind of cheap. So they're not going to go to the trouble of actually animating a hole in his head. A hole through his brain, especially since this game is still rated T for teen.
Yeah. But it just brings with it even funnier implications that he just got knocked out. Alright, bye Oda. See you in the next game, I guess, if you can be revived willy-nilly.
So the implication is that he's in here and it takes him a long time to recharge so that he can come back, and if you drain him of all of his energy before he's able to fully revive into the world, then he won't be able to come back all the way. So he just goes back into hell.
So how many Castlevania games have you been cover to cover?
1, 3, I think.
Don't cry.
Or no, I'm sorry, 1 Super Rondo of Blood.
Don't cry.
And 64.
Damn, he did more of Rondo of Blood than I did. So you know how in the original timeline how the Dracula resurrections work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like it takes every 100 years for Dracula to gather enough energy to revive through some stupid ritual. And I'm just thinking, they must have really taken that for this.
Master.
You see the list of all those stages? Yeah, we only saw 2 of them.
Yep.
We only saw 3 of them in full out of 10 that were there on that list.